Hello, Methodist Dave here at Batsto Village. I am in the grist mill. And this is the old grist mill from Batsto Village, where they would grind corn into flour meal. Now, as you can see right here, we got a couple grinding stations here. There's the grinding stone, these big flat round stones, and they've got spots for the wheel, the power to this leather belt here that would take the energy from a waterfall, which is, maybe you can hear right now the water flowing underneath here. It would turn the wheel at the bottom there, and it would spin, and you can see the grooves cut in the stone, and there's a hole there. We're set up right here. They would feed the corn into this hopper, and it would go down into the wheel here, and let's see if we can get a better angle. They used to actually run these, and that would fall into that hole there. Then the corn would fall out, and it would be driven to the outside by centrifugal force. So here's the wheel. This shaft right here would drive the power, and centrifugal force would draw that out to the side, and you see this little hole there in the floor. They would sweep the grain into that hole, and it would come down into bag catchers at the bottom. Oh, sorry. See that little chute there? You would haul through a winch. You would store the bags of grain upstairs, and when you wanted to turn it into flour, you just open up one of the bags and dump it in that chute. That would drop it down into the hopper here, and it would grind it. And let's carefully go down the steps here. Because Methodist Dave ain't as young as he used to be. And we'll come downstairs here. And you can see it would come into these containers. See that little slot there? It would drop down, and they would fill up bags down here. They would sweep it in that little hole we saw up there, and it would fall into a bag. And this is where we would grind up grain. Can I get out the door here? Is it open? No, that's closed. We can't get out that way. But they would bag up the grain here, and it would go out the side door, and they could load it into the barges outside. So let's be real careful and climb back out here. As we these were never OSHA compliant. Yeah, it's a little tricky. There'd be a canvas bag here that you could sift it. Do a lot of stuff that I'm not terribly familiar with. But you can see the power drive wheels all over the place here. That you try to get as many things working from the water wheel as possible. And we'll come on outside here, and you can see right at the mill here the corn crib. And you would take ears of corn and fill that up on either side. You could store a wagon in this area here, and the also allowed you to Also allowed you to keep that ventilated. And you see that power wheel there? Oh, my finger's in the way. There's a power takeoff wheel that they could actually use a conveyor that would feed the corn out of the corn crib and empty it out really quick. Here'd be a big old grinding stone. Because you're using power from the water wheel, may as well make the most of it. And then right back here is the river, the Batsto River, one of the junctions of it, that the water would come down through here. Now, all the mill stuff would be along this water course. You'd try to catch as much of the power of the water as possible. And water would flow from one level to another, and then it would flow to another level to another. And every level you would have some way to catch the power and use it. And we're down at the bottom here of the grinding mill. And that power would just come right through the building. So pretty interesting. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.